Joining us, this right here is Prime News at 9. I trust your day was fine as much as we do right here. My name is SAKWA. Sign language interpreter tonight is Naomi Manthu. But first, let's kick start off the broadcast with the news making headlines right about now.
The number of cases today actually was the highest since the pandemic began at 66 persons, with 64 of those being Kenyans and 2 others being foreign nationals.
Kenya records 66 more COVID-19 cases, followed by a continued cessation of movement in Eastleigh areas in Nairobi and Old Town Mombasa.
The police within Narok County continue to harass, intimidate, and unlawfully arrest pastors, especially during the live streaming of church services. We unfortunately note that it's only in Narok Township in the Republic of Kenya.
The clergy in Narok County have filed police brutality reports.
We are doing this program because we want to assist our youth. Many of our youth have lost their opportunities, their jobs, because of the coronavirus. Government is coming in to bring an intervention measure to assist you be able to put food on the table.
The government launches the Cousin Town initiative aimed to help the unemployed youth in the country. And welcome to the broadcast. Kenya has today confirmed 66 more cases of COVID-19 patients, with the government extending the cessation of movement in and out of Nairobi's Eastleigh Estate and Mombasa's Old Town until June 6th. In measures to prevent the spread of coronavirus infections, which brings it to a total of 1,029. Health Cabinet Secretary Mutahi Kagwe, who announced the extension, said the continued increase of infections in the 2 regions was a major concern to the government. Kenya recorded the highest number of infections on a single day at 66, just days after President Uhuru Kenyatta extended the dusk to dawn curfew imposed 2 months ago.
The number of cases today actually was the highest since the pandemic began at 66 persons, with 64 of those being Kenyans and 2 of them and 2 others being foreign nationals. We have also continued to see the rise across the counties, and therefore arising from this situation, and in order to contain further spread of the virus, the National Emergency Response Committee on Coronavirus announces and directs as follows. A is an extension of the cessation of movement in and out of Eastleigh, of the cessation of movement in and out of Old Town Mombasa until the 6th of June 2020. In addition to that, the malls, the eateries, restaurants are supposed to remain closed and hawking prohibited until Saturday, the 6th of June 2020.
The Nairobi Metropolitan Service, in partnership with Nairobi Central Business District Association, have joined up in the fight against COVID-19 during the launch of screening initiative at the Mangathi Hospital. A device that sprays disinfectant and sanitizer was issued to assist in mass screening. Our reporter Phyllis Mbogo, was live on ground during the press briefing and filed the following report.
Following the increase in patients of coronavirus here in the country, volunteers like Nairobi Metropolitan Services, in partnering with Nairobi Central Business District Association, together with DAF Engineering, have given out a machine which will be used by people going to Mangathi Hospital as another measure of curbing COVID-19 pandemic. It is a machine that is spraying disinfectant, and for one to use it, you must go inside it to make sure that all viruses are killed. Speaking in that meeting, Chairman of Mangathi Hospital, George Asewe, has said that this is an object that we hope to curb the spread of COVID-19.
We want to thank you much for Nairobi Business Central District Association through DAF Engineering for giving us one more boost to
alleviate or to live with the COVID-19, especially at Bagathi being the epicenter. So we thank you guys so much for the support, and we look forward for the future support, especially in this donation.
CEC Jocelyn Kibaru, who is the head in the Metropolitan Health Service, has added that this is a machine that will help many people, especially those seeking medical attention at the Bagathi Hospital. She also urged Kenyans not to fear Bagathi Hospital.
Today we are really happy that DAF Engineering, who is a member of Nairobi Central Business Association, have brought us this booth to help in capping this COVID-19 infection. We really wish to appreciate this partnership because it's this partnership between the public and the private which will help us to beat this infection, this pandemic. Let me take this opportunity on behalf of the Bagathi Hospital to ask members of the public not to be scared of our hospital. Bagathi Hospital is not infected. We know we are holding the isolation center here on behalf of Kenyatta National Hospital, but we have taken all measures to make sure that our patients are not don't get infection by virtue of having the isolation center.
Reporting for Mwangaza TV from News at 9 from Bagathi Hospital, Nairobi County, I am Wanjiko Bogo.
Switching gears to Isiolo County, where livestock traders and transporters at the Moyale Livestock Market have decried increased cases of highway banditry along the Marsabit-Isiolo Road in the last few years. They expressed that the elected leaders and the national administration officials, as well as police, are not doing enough to calm the or even recover. And Haide, a livestock trader who has conducted at the market for over 10 years, said that the stretch between Laisanis Township and the Wambe Hill is the most notorious, where relay lorries transport to Isiolo and Nairobi and escape with the animals through a nearby bush thicket.
Kasa Haide, a livestock trader who has conducted business at the market for over 10 years, said that the stretch between Laisamis Township and the Waba Hills is the most notorious section of the highway where armed raiders relay lorries transporting livestock to Isiolo in Nairobi and escapes with the animals through the dense bush thicket.
Mimi unafanya transporta ya ngamia, ng'ombe, mbuzi. Shida yangu sana ngamia na ng'ombe ile anatoka kutoka hapa Moyale anaibiwa, hawezi fika Nairobi. Mimi iko kwa serikali ya Kenya, ngamia ile mimi napokea ndio hiyo, gari ile mimi napokea naye ndio hiyo, inatoa ushuru, unalipa county. Baada hiyo ngamia mimi napokea akifika kati ya Milima Wamba na Malgis imeibiwa gari mingi.
Kasa accused elected Marsabit County leaders of neglecting the livestock traders as they continue incurring losses owing to the theft of the animals. He noted that part of the stolen animals over the years have been recovered and handed back to their rightful owners, but the rate of the recoveries was not impressive since many herds of livestock were still missing.
Hiyo kuibua, hakuna wanasiasa moja anahusika kutafutia sisi kama sisi ni wanabiashara ya sub-county ya Moyale. Tumechangaa gavana atushughuliki na sisi. Ukurjatani wakati yake pia iliibua sisi, ilikuwa imetushughulika sana sisi, ilifata hata litulipia hasara yetu. Hii wakati ya DC gavana hii hakuna mtu anashughulikia sisi. Tarehe 13 Desemba iliibua ng'ombe gari moja Milima Wamba na Leishaps katikati, alipatikana kwa sub-county ya Maralal. Commissioner ya Maralal ameturudishia. Ni iko ng'ombe gari moja mezo 2 imeibua. Mpaka sasa bado rudi. Sisi kama wenyeji ya Moyale tumeasarika kabisa na kuibwa.
Moyale Sub-County Peace Committee Chairman Mohamed Noor noted that apart from the highway banditry, traders and livestock transporters at the border town market also suffer harassment from police officers stationed at various barriers along the highway, as they have to part with bribes for them to be allowed to pass through even though they have been authorized to transact the business.
Kuna changamoto mingi hapa Moyale kuhusu usalama,
haswa kwa wafanyabiashara. Kuna mambo ya wizi kwa barabara, ng'ombe inateremshwa hapo Lesemis. Tumeshangaa viongozi wetu wamenyamaza kimya kuhusu hii mambo ya mifugo kuibiwa barabarani. Ya pili ni mambo ya askari kusumbua watu kwa barabara. Kuna corruption ile hali ya juu. Viongozi wetu wamenyamaza. Kaunti yote ukienda, ukipita hapa Sololo huwezi lipa. Wewe umelipa ushuru hapa, uko ushuru mwingine bila receipt unalipa. Ukienda Oda, bari ya kutoka hapa ni mingi, hata ingine saa ingine nafika mpaka 20.
He called upon the national and county government to keenly look into the affairs of the livestock dealers and offer them a good atmosphere to conduct the business. Reporting for Mwangaza Prime News, my name is Leonida Njoki.
Switching gears to Narok County, where the clergy have reported complaints citing harassment by law enforcement officers in the area. The clergy, under leadership of Narok Bishops and Pastors Fellowship, stated that they have constantly been harassed by security officers, especially during the live streaming, of church services. Pastors expressed that they have since adhered to the COVID-19 rules and regulations, but now they are calling on the Minister of Interior to investigate the matter. Church leaders led by Bishop Jackson Solonka of the Free Pentecostal Fellowship Church are now demanding for an explanation from the national government as to why they are being discriminated and continuously harassed by the officers. Our reporter Margaret Campbell explains to us.
The clergy in Narok County has launched complaints over harassment by police in Narok. The clergy under the Narok Town Bishops and Pastors Fellowship stated that they have constantly been harassed by security officers, especially during the live streaming of church services. The pastors expressed that they have since adhered to the COVID-19 rules, calling on the Ministry of Interior to investigate the matter.
Despite strict adherence to the well-laid-down directives and regulations by the Ministry of Health, the police within Narok Township continue to harass, intimidate, and unlawfully arrest pastors, especially during the live streaming of church services. We unfortunately note that it's only in Narok Township in the Republic of Kenya where online church services are being disrupted by the police.
The church leaders led by Bishop Jackson Solanka of Free Pentecostal Fellowship Church called upon the national government to explain why they are being discriminated and harassed by the police officers in Narok. Bishop Solanka said there have been instances where the COVID-19 rules and regulations have been adhered to, but the police have been constantly harassing servants of the Almighty Lord.
For all intents and purposes, we wish to inform the government that pastors are responsible leaders, men of integrity, servants of the Most High God who honor their call.
Solanka further noted that the effects of coronavirus have seen members of the public lose their jobs, rendering them vulnerable to hunger. He said 70% of residents in Narok County have now been unable to meet their daily needs as they depend on informal jobs and small-scale businesses for their livelihoods.
The reality is that most residents in this township can no longer put bread on the table, since the casual jobs and businesses they rely on have been frustrated by this unfortunate pandemic. We wish to voice this concern, which has befallen many residents in this township, which seems to escape the eye of the local political leadership.
He called on the county and national government to move with speed and assist members of the public with food. Reporting for Mwangaza Prime News, Narok County, Margaret Kamau.
I apologize, that story is by Margaret Kamau and not Margaret Campbell as previously stated. Now let's switch gears to Nyandarua County, where the Nyandarua Governor Francis Kimemia lashed out at Cabinet Secretary Water, Irrigation and Sanitation Cecil Kariuki, accusing her of using national government projects to push the 2022 politics. The governor pointed out that it was unfair for cabinet secretaries who should be championing for the president's development agenda to convert the projects into campaign tools for political position donations. Kimemia also echoed his sentiments at Njambini Agricultural Training Center, where he flagged off 6,000 bags of subsidized fertilizer donations, among other items, to benefit the farmers in the county. Let's take a look at that report from very own Daisy Paul.
Nyandarua County Governor Francis Kimemia, who spoke at Njambini Agricultural Center, where he gave 6,000 bags of fertilizers to benefit farmers in the county, pointed a blame finger to the Cabinet Secretary for Water, Sanitation and Irrigation, Cecily Kariuki, accusing her of using national government projects to play 2022 politics.
Kama unataka kuwa governor ama senator, ile kitu unataka kwanza fanya ile kazi umepatiwa na rais, maliza hiyo kazi, baadaye kuja tumenyane katika kiwanja, lakini msijifiche mkulete matangi zinakuja za corona na maji, hatuambii, tunasikia tu mnataka kumbadilisha county commissioner na county government.
He also handed over 4,000 bamboo seedlings, 750,000 pyrethrum seedlings, 322 bags of certified clean Irish potato seeds, 2,000 kilograms of sunflower seeds, and over 12,000 avocado seedlings donated by his administration to the farmers.
Ningependa kuwaonya kwamba sisi si watu ambao kuna woga, lakini sisi tunatii rais, tunamheshimu rais wetu, anafanya kazi mzuri kwa nchi yetu, ametusaidia kama county. Juzi ametupatia 350 million shillings kutoka national government kuweza barabara, na nimesema ametupatia zaidi ya 10 billion shillings. Tupatia hata hiyo avocado, hata kama ilikuwa ni 10. Hiyo ni kitu mzuri, maana tuko naye na amelete, lakini mtu asijirete kusema ni zake, yeye amelete rafu kama kuchekelea county. Sisi tunafanya kazi pamoja na rais wetu.
Kimemia said all the governors in North Kenya region and the nation at large respect and are working with the president and would not want the cabinet secretaries to ruin their relationship. Reporting from Angaza Prime News, my name is Daisy Paul.
Alright, and that report by Daisy Paul brings us to a fast breather, but you can talk to us on our SMS number, which is 22914. As we come back, we ask you this question: what's your post-COVID-19 plan? What have you planned to do? Talk to us on 22914. My name is SAKWA, taking a fast breather. We'll be right back in a moment. And welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Let's move to Kirinyaga County, where residents of Northi in Murithi Ward in Marsab County have decried the poor states of the road networks in the area that have led to the area being cut off from the rest of the counties. Chamba Njoka, a farmer in the area, said residents of the area have been forgotten since time immemorial, and to a point where women are now given baths on the roadsides on their way to the hospitals, leading to a pathetic healthcare system in the region.
Chamba Njoka, a farmer in the area, said that residents of the area have been forgotten since time immemorial, to a point that women are now giving birth on the roadsides on their way to the hospitals. Njoka said that the area is agriculturally productive, but the residents have never enjoyed the fruits of the hard-earned sweat due to the losses occasioned by poor road networks.
Sababu ukiangalia kama hii barabara amekwama hapa, iko na mheshimiwa Kavinga. Imefika pande ile hapa tunji inaenda namna gani? Hatuoni mabadiliko. Tukipiga makelele kidogo kunakuja lori mbili inamwaga kwa west, zinapotea.
A convoy by area women representative Wangoi Ngirishi distributing food to the elderly and the less fortunate got stuck for more than 2 hours, providing the MP with a glimpse of what the residents of the area have to endure on daily basis. The MP had to hire tractors from the area to pull her vehicles from the strictly mud, with members of the public narrating to her what they have been going through.
Isipokuwa sasa ni Wangoi anatukumbuka. Hatuoni mazao ya uchaguzi. Tumeadhirika na front ya manji. Ukiangalia kama hapa, ukiona hii barabara inaharibiwa na manji, nyanya kama hizi, isipokuwa hii defense ya barabara zinaenda na manji sote.
Reporting from Angaza Prime News, I'm Stella Kariuki.
Right, thank you Stella Kariki for that report. We head straight to Naivasha, where transport along the Nairobi-Nakuru highway was brought to a standstill following a demonstration by matatu operators plying on the route, protesting against a decision to erect a roadblock on the road. Over 100 operators joined other members of the public in calling for the removal of the roadblock near Raini Center, which is 10 kilometers from Naivasha town.
The roadblock was mounted to help nab those fleeing from Nairobi during the current lockdown, but it has ended up inconveniencing hundreds of people traveling around Naivasha sub-county. According to the chairman of matatu operators in Naivasha, Stephen Mongai, residents of Kinungi, a Hindu and flyover center had been cut off from Naivasha town.
Taxi ndizo zinafanya kazi tangu tulipofukuzwa katika town. Unakuta magari zetu hazifanyi, lakini taxi zinafanya kazi ya kubeba abiria. Kweli. Na la pili, zikibeba abiria hizo zinakubaliwa kupita paka pale kwa roadblock. Zinaenda paka pale zinapotaka kufika. Lakini magari zetu hazikubalishwi kupita pale.
Mungai noted that ferrying of farm produce to and from the rural centers had become near impossible as matatus had been kept away while taxis were operating. The chairman said that he had raised the issue with the governor and other senior government officers, but no action had been taken.
Tujua kwamba tuko na referral hospital ambayo ni ya sub county ndio kubwa iko hapa Naivasha. Kuna wamama, kuna wazee, kuna wengine ambao ni wajawazito wanataka kukuja kupata huduma za matibabu kwa ndugu wa Naivasha. Saa hii huyo mama ama huyo mzee unless atafute gari ambayo ni ya private hawezi kupita pale kwa roadblock.
A driver, Simon Buru, called for the relocation of the roadblock, saying it had affected both the operators and the traders.
Sisi ni wanabiashara, tunaenda pale kutoka Kinungi mpaka town. Jana nilikuwa na mgonjwa alikuwa anatoka Kinungi, inafaa aende town. Ni mtu ambaye anaenda clinic, mjukuu imevunjika. Anaacha pale anatembea mguu kutoka huko mpaka aruke kupata pikipiki. Na pesa ni shilingi 200. Sasa tunauliza tu serikali kusema kweli. Tutakuwa sisi ni watu wa Nairobi ama ni sisi ni watu wa Nakuru County? Hii roadblock iliyokewa ya Nakuru. Mpaka Nakuru iko ndani ya Nairobi.
Increased their prices. He said that they were using at least 2 vehicles from Naivasha to the market as security officers were barring any public service vehicle from passing the barrier. Reporting for Mwangaza Prime, I'm Esther Wethera.
And lastly, the government has launched an initiative dubbed Kazi Mtaani program that is on course with 26,000 youth on board recruited as cohorts in various parts of Nairobi County informal settlement areas. The program is spearheaded by the State Department of Housing and Urban Development under National Hygiene Program NHP, geared at integrating jobless Kenyans in urban hygiene and sanitation works across 23 informal settlements countrywide.
I want to take this opportunity to thank the youth of this place for the good work they are doing. I want to say thank you very much. We've walked through and we have seen how you have cleaned this environment. In fact, we would love that people of this area are able to maintain the environment the way it is now. We are doing this program because we want to assist our youth. Many of our youth have lost their opportunities, their jobs because of the coronavirus. Government is coming in to bring an intervention measure to assist you be able to put food on the table. This program is very important and it is going to be expanded. You are saying that not everybody has been recruited. That is true. We started off as a pilot, but going forward, this program is going to be expanded to accommodate more youth. It will bring more youth on board. But as you do this work, we want you to be very serious with yourselves. Don't engage in negative activities. Don't get your little money and use it to drink alcohol. Tunaelewana? Pata hii chakula ujisaidie nayo. Pata hii pesa ujisaidie nayo kununua chakula na vitu vingine vya muhimu. Government is going to make arrangements to make sure that at least you have gumboots, you have face masks, you have gloves. ndio muweze kufanya kazi kwa bidii bila kuhangaika. So muendelee na kazi, tuko na nyinyi. Leo tumekuja kuona mnafanya namna gani, tumefurahi.
Lazima tuwe na discipline sisi wenyewe. Lazima tuwe na discipline. Kama tunafaa kuanza kazi saa 2 mpaka saa 9 vile tulisema, lazima tufanye kazi mpaka hiyo saa.
All right, and that report brings us to the end of Mwangaza Prime News at 9. As I had asked you earlier, what is your post-COVID-19 plan? And he says, hi SAKWA, Governor Adzon, watching Mwangaza from Butere, Kakamega. After this COVID-19 pandemic, I will be busy finalizing my studies as I engage myself in several activities across the country. And then there's one, his name is Fidel. He says, I will be going on with my business and praising God more. And lastly, Brian Mumero says, I will be doing more of savings than spending carelessly. All right. What is your post-COVID-19 plan? Talk to us on 22914. My name is Brian SAKWA. Sign language interpreter tonight has been Naomi Manthu. Good night. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll meet on Friday at 1 p.m. on Mwale Saa Saba. God bless.